All right, let's look at the hypocrisy of vacations in the Republican Party. I remember distinctly a whole bunch of different issues being made, big deals being made over Obama wearing a tan suit, asking for mustard and stuff like that, little stupid crap like that. But more importantly, like over the 8 years, there was like this figure put out of how much money was spent on his vacations. And there was a huge uproar. They were demanding he paid it. He had to go to the extent of saying, I have to buy my own freaking toilet paper, which is true. So it was all debunked. It was all bullshit. It was all, but they went out of their way to make such a big deal. Donald Trump himself, before he ran, right? Remember when I think Obama played golf and he goes, well, when I'm president, I'm going to be too busy to play golf. I'll have to be. And he made a big deal of it because for the Trump show, that was a good, thing. But we know how that goes. Now, we have Chris Christie when he went to the beach and when he was running against Donald Trump. There was all those pictures and blah, 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 and all the memes and all the Trump talking puppets did their thing. And then remember when Biden took his family to the beach and the big deal it made that they went to the beach, the big deal of how much money spent on each vacation. And then we have Trump playing golf every freaking weekend to the tune of $1.4 million per weekend of taxpayer money going directly to the Trump golf course, to Mar-a-Lago, which he still owns 100% of, which is against the Emoluments Clause, which is against the Constitution, which is against everything the Republicans have been bitching about, complaining about with every Democratic president in the world over even freaking toothpaste and toilet paper. Then we have J.D. Vance, who takes his family to a lake, who actually has them raise the level of the water of the entire lake. True. So his family can use a boat more. That's the vice president of the United States. And if you think about that logically, what it actually takes to raise the level of a lake, you have to turn on the faucets, as Trump did. Yeah, those two. Okay, a lot goes into raising that level of lake, and it's usually something that takes quite a while. But no, he was going on vacation, so he wanted. So he made that happen. And just yesterday, day before, he was traveling to England. And ahead of J.D. Vance, the vice president of the United States, the Secret Service went around the areas he was traveling and knocked on everyone's doors, the English people's doors, asking to see, demanding to see their social media, to see if they are a supporter or a non-supporter. And this is in England. They're not Americans. They didn't vote for him. They have no power there whatsoever. But this entitled couch fucking asshole actually thought he had that right. This is what I always go to with Trump and JD. The arrogance factor. It will get them every single time. So as they're talking about and bitching about every dollar being spent on aid going to feed starving children in Gaza or defending the sovereignty of Ukraine and that illusion of pallets full of money, planes full of money, just dropping it out of the sky because that's what we do. Instead of the reality of that, what the breakdown of the money and what little they actually get to spend themselves. Instead of the facts, they use these narratives. And these narratives are so destructive because so many angry people believe them without applying their own logic to their own arguments. For instance, why are we sending money to Ukraine if our veterans aren't taken care of? You're absolutely right. Our veterans should be taken care of. So their benefits should not be being canceled right now. Their hospitals should not be closed right now. And those homeless veterans or homeless population in general, you know how quick they built that alligator Alcatraz in just random land? We can try that too. So any argument you have, there's an automatic logical counter. And that just leads directly into whether or not you are a true American or a politically charged one. Because the politically charged Americans don't listen to facts. They only listen to podium speeches. And they wear all the garb. So we need to educate ourselves before we make drastic decisions that affect everyone else.